Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. My name is Amanjot and today is our 17th class related to the practice questions of PPB. So today we are going to discuss the another 10 questions which are related to your principles and practices of banking, in which we are understanding the concept related to the question and trying to make sure that we know each and every term which we are using in the MCQ, so that it will be helpful for you when you are practicing for another mock test or for another practice questions. You will be able to understand the concept. Okay, so before starting the session, let me know, am I audible to all of you? And the screen is also visible. Let me know. Good morning Ananta, good morning Sheikh. Is everything okay? Are we good to go? So before moving forward, do share the session with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for JAIIB, so that they will be able to join the session. And those candidates who are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so that you will be notified about all the sessions which are coming on Officers at 24/7. And if you have not downloaded the ADA 24/7 application, do download the application, because in this application you will find the multiple quizzes which are going to help you in building your banking awareness concepts. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Before moving to the first question, there is a batch which is English medium batch for all of you, those candidates who feel difficult to understand bilanguage batches, or they are not able to understand the bilanguage explanation in the sessions. So we have launched an English medium batch for all of you. So this batch started from 16th of April. There are two batches of English medium on the store, one with the Macmillan book and one without the Macmillan book. So you can check the 24/7 application. Do check the study plan which is mentioned there, in which how we are going to cover the syllabus for your June target. We will discuss that. Okay, now if you want to join this particular batch, what extra things you will get here? So you will find 3 books which is Macmillan books of all your 3 papers. Then there is a 82 e-books of all your 3 papers. You will get 84 mock papers, it means mock test, and you will get live session as well as recorded sessions. If somehow you will not be able to join the live session, you will be able to watch those sessions after live sessions. Okay, you will get recorded session after 2 to 3 hours. Clear? Now to enroll in this particular batch, you can use a code that is Y496. By using this batch, you will get the maximum discount of 78% on all the products available at ADA 24/7 application. Okay, now let's start with the first question. And first question is asking about a charge against property for an amount of debt where neither ownership nor possession is passed to the creditor is known as. Is it pledge, is it hypothecation, is it mortgage, or is it line? What will be the right answer? A, B, C, or D? Ananta, these sessions are related to the practice questions. In these sessions, we are doing the practice of your subject of all the modules. We are going to do that. For particular topic discussion, we are having a paid batch, or also if I am talking about MCQ, if I am discussing MCQ, I am also giving you the explanation of all the terms which are coming in the question. Okay, so we are practicing all the questions and multiple terms in a session. Now, do write the question number while answering. So, what will be the right answer for the first question? Is it pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, or line? All these are the types of security which we have to maintain at the time when bank is offering loan to us. Okay, so it is obvious that if a person is taking loan, he or she have to give a certain security to the bank. That security can be movable, that security can be immovable, that security's possession can be with the lender or can be with the borrower. So according to that, we have 4 types of security. Those are pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, and line. Okay, now what will be the answer? Sheikh is saying A, Vivek is saying C, Ananta is saying B. Okay, So the right answer here is hypothecation. The option number B is right. A charge against property for an amount of debt where neither ownership nor possession is passed to the creditor is known as. We are not passing the ownership or possession of the particular security we are giving to the bank. Okay, so we are not transferring the ownership, we are not giving the possession to the creditor. That will be known as hypothecation. And if we are transferring the ownership, we are transferring the possession to the creditor, it will become pledge. So pledge and hypothecation both are your movable securities and mortgage is your immovable security. Okay, so how we can define what security is which type of from which of these type? By checking that first, is it movable or immovable, by checking that possession remains with whom, borrower or lender. Okay, so right answer for the first question will be your hypothecation, that is B option. Now the second question is asking about a dash is a type of transferable financial instrument which is traded at local stock exchange of a country but represents a security which is issued by a foreign publicly listed company. Okay, and that security usually in the form of shares, in the form of equity. So the question is asking that a company is issuing its securities, that is share, a company is issuing its security, that is share, in a local exchange market, but that company is foreign company or it is a foreign publicly listed company, but that company is issuing share in a local market. Now what will be this financial instrument is known as? Is it American depository receipt? Is it depository receipt? Is it global depository receipt, or is it foreign convertible bonds? What will be the right answer? A, B, C or D? A type of financial instrument in which a company is issuing its shares in a local stock exchange, but the company who is issuing its shares is foreign publicly listed company. Is it ADR, DR, GDR or FCB? Do mention the question number also, okay? That which questions answer you are giving. Sheikh and Vivek is saying C. Okay. Ananta is also saying C. Achha, is it mentioned in the question that we are asking about the global? We are asking about the global market. Is it mentioned? No, all of you are giving wrong answers. See, the question is asking that it is a type of financial instrument which is transferable, in which a company is issuing its shares in the local stock exchange and the company is foreign publicly listed company. Let's say, for example, if I am saying there is a company A, it's issuing its shares in India, but this company belongs to USA. Now this company is issuing its shares in India and company is listed in the stock exchange of America in USA. Now when a company is issuing its shares outside its market, outside its geographical boundary, then it will be known as depository receipt. Not American, not global, not Indian, it will be known as depository receipt. And when we are talking about depository receipt, there are three types of depository receipts. First is American depository receipt, second is global depository receipt, and third is Indian depository receipt. Now when we are talking about ADR, whenever an Indian company wants to raise money from America, then Indian company issue its shares in American market by listing in the American stock exchange. That will be known as ADR. And when an Indian company wants to raise money from the global market except America, excluding America, when an Indian company wants to raise money from global market excluding America, then the Indian company will issue its shares in other countries and it will be known as global depository receipt. Okay. Now non-Indian companies, whenever a non-Indian company wants to raise money from India, then that non-Indian company will issue its shares in Indian stock exchange. That will be known as your Indian depository receipt. Okay, so the right answer for this question will be B, that is depository receipt. What is depository receipt? It is simply an instrument, it is a financial instrument in which a company is issuing its shares in the local stock exchange, but company is from the foreign market. Okay, and why we are issuing a depository receipt in another country, why we are issuing our shares in the another country? To raise funds simply. As we have discussed in the last day, yesterday in the paid class, we have discussed why company is issuing shares. Just to raise capital from the market. When an Indian company wants to raise capital from Indian stock exchange, it issue IPO and FPO. When Indian company wants to raise money from America, it issue ADR. When Indian company wants to raise money from global market excluding America, it issue GDR. And when non-Indian company wants to raise money from India, it issues IDR. Okay, clear? All the three terms, ADR, GDR, IDR, clear to all? Now, next question. Let's move to the third question, that is the lending and borrowing of funds between banks for 15 days to 1 year is called. Let me know. First is reserve money, term money, notice money, call money. What will be the right answer? Lending and borrowing is happening for 15 days to 1 year. Now, what this particular term will be known as? Is it reserve money, call money, notice money, or term money? Do remember the key points in the question. Okay, do remember the key points in the question. Here the key point is the duration, that is 15 to 1 year. We have already completed the money market in our sessions in our paid class. So I think those candidates who are from the paid class here, they should answer correctly. What will be the term? Aranta is saying C, Prajakta is saying C. Okay. C. First of all, these are the instrument of money market. Now, what is money market? Money market is a short-term market which is regulated by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. In money market, what we are doing, we are simply trading, or we are using the short-term financial assets which are close substitute of money to raise fund for less than 1 year. Okay, that is money market. And under money market, we have call money, notice money, and term money. In these three money market instrument, only banks participate. Interbank transactions happen. The only difference between these three terms is the duration. So when we are talking about call money, this happen for overnight. When commercial banks are giving loan to each other for overnight duration, it will be known as your call money. When commercial banks are giving loan to each other from 2 to 14 days, it will be known as notice money. When banks are giving loan to each other from 15 to 364 days, it will be known as term money. And in question, it has asked 15 to 1 year, so that the right answer will be term money. The right answer will be your term money. Clear? All the three are the financial instrument of money market. All three are short-term financial assets which are close substitute of money, in which interbank transactions happen. All the scheduled commercial bank, all RRBs, all cooperative bank, all small finance bank, all payment banks, all these banks can participate under the call money, notice money, and term money. The only difference is your duration. Okay, and what rate of interest is charged here when the banks are giving loan to each other? It charged MIBOR, Mumbai Interbank Offer Rate, when they are giving them, when they are doing lending and borrowing in Indian money market. Okay, but if they are doing lending and borrowing in global money market, then they will issue, or then they will charge alternate reference rate. This alternate reference rate has replaced the LIBOR. LIBOR was London Interbank Offered Rate. Earlier, when the global banks are giving loan to each other, they are charging London Interbank Offered Rate to each other. But now Reserve Bank of India replaced LIBOR with alternate reference rate. So now when global banks are giving loan to each other, then RBI only say that you have to charge alternate reference rate. Okay. So the right answer for this question will be B, that is term money. Earlier, the RRBs were not eligible to participate in the call money, notice money, term money. But now from December 2020, RBI has allowed that you can, December 2019, RBI has allowed that RRBs can participate in these instruments also. Okay. Now let's move forward to the fourth question, which is asking about which of the following cannot issue commercial paper. Again, a commercial paper is a part of your money market. It is a part of your money market. Now, is it banks? Is it rated companies? Is it financial institution? Is it primary dealers? Which of the following cannot issue the commercial papers? What will be the answer of fourth question? A, B, C or D? First of all, commercial papers were first introduced in the year 1990. Okay. Now, next thing is commercial papers minimum amount is 5 lakh. And after that, if you want to issue more amount of commercial paper, then you have to do thereafter multiple of 5 lakh. It means in the denomination of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, in only this denomination you can issue commercial paper. Now the next thing is commercial papers minimum can be invested for 7 days and maximum 364 days. Now commercial papers are unsecured instruments. Commercial paper are unsecured instrument. Because corporates are issuing commercial paper, that's why they are known as unsecured instrument. Okay, and because they are unsecured, it means banks are not able to issue the commercial paper. So right answer will be your A, that banks cannot issue commercial paper. Banks issue certificate of deposit, not commercial paper. So the right answer will be your A, that is banks. Not D, primary dealer. The right answer will be your banks, because banks issue certificate of deposit which are similar to commercial paper but are secured instrument, and commercial paper are unsecured instrument which is issued by corporates. And which corporates can issue? There are conditions that which corporates can issue commercial paper. First, the net tangible worth should not less than the 4 crores. The net tangible asset of a company, of a corporate, should not less than the 4 crore. Second, the company's borrowing account should be maintained or should be mentioned under the standard asset. Okay, so whatever the borrowing account of a company, a bank should mention that borrower account in the standard asset. Then the corporate will be eligible to issue the commercial papers. Okay, so the right answer will be A. Next question is asking about call money, notice money. In the call notice money market, the following participants are not allowed to trade. Now, which of these cannot participate in the call money or notice money? First is all corporates, second is primary dealers and mutual funds, third is banks. Now, what will be the answer? Who are not eligible to participate under call money and notice money? What will be the answer of the fifth question? Call money, notice money, both are money market instrument. The duration will be different. In call money, we have duration of overnight, it means 1 day. In notice money, we have a duration of 2 to 14 days. Fifth is A, okay. Everyone is going with the A option. That is only 1 and 2. So correct, it is right answer will be A. Corporates and primary dealer mutual funds cannot participate in call money and notice money. Okay. It is an interbank market in which banks are giving, lending or borrowing funds to each other for a certain period of time. Right. So correct option will be your A. Next. The term white label ATM relates to which of the following? The term white label ATM relates to which of the following? Acha, to know what are the different types of ATM, there are multiple types of ATM. Let's say, for example, what is ATM stands for? Automated teller machine. This is simply a facility which is given by banks to the customer to withdraw fund or to perform the virtual banking transaction. Now, what is virtual banking? When a person is capable of carrying out the banking transaction without visiting a bank branch, it will be known as your virtual banking. Let's say, for example, if I am using internet banking, if I am using mobile banking, if I am using ATM, then this will cover under the virtual banking, because I do not have to go to the bank branch to perform the banking transaction. I can perform the banking transaction with ATM, with our credit cards, or with our online banking. Okay, that is known as virtual banking. Now, there are different types of ATM. Let's say there is on-site ATM, off-site ATM, work-site ATM. There are different colors of ATM: white, brown, pink, yellow, orange, green. And after that, we have ATMs on wheel, that is known as mobile ATM. We have micro ATM. So all these are the types of ATM which you have to know, or which you should know, that what these ATMs are. Okay. Now, to understand what different types of ATMs are there, you can do one thing. You should all know about the Array 24/7 channel. Yes or no? You all should know about the Array 24/7 channel. In this channel, you will find Bank of Maharashtra's playlist. Okay, Bank of Maharashtra's playlist will be available of General Officer. In that, I have discussed a certain sessions on the concepts, okay, in which you will find the ATM session also. So do watch that session. If it is hard to find, I will share the link of this playlist on the Telegram. You can watch from there also. Okay, but do watch all the sessions which are available on Bank of Maharashtra. If you are not a student of the paid batch and you are not covering the conceptual understanding from the paid batches of ours, then these certain playlists will help you for a certain topics. Okay. Now, A and C, two options are coming. Whenever we are talking about white label ATM, white label ATMs are the ATMs which are installed by non-bank entities. So whenever non-banking financial companies are issuing ATMs, are providing the ATMs, then it will be known as white label ATM. For example, you all have seen the Indicash ATM, which is issued by, or which is given by the Tata. So Indicash ATM, if we are talking about, that is your white label ATM. Hitachi ATMs are your white label ATM, which is not issued by a bank, but it is issued by a non-bank entities. So whenever a non-banking financial company is providing you, or non-bank entities is providing you ATM, that will known as your white label ATM. You have seen that on Indicash ATM, it is written that it is a Tata product, because it is not provided by any bank, it is provided by Tata to us. And it is the first white label ATM of our country. And in white label ATM, we have FDI limit of 100%. The foreign direct investment can be invested in white label ATM for 100%. Okay, now next. When banks deal with large number of individual customer for deposits as well as loans, that is liability and asset, this is called dash. So which type of banking is it? When banks deal with a large number of individual customer for deposits and loans, or we can say liabilities and assets, then it will be known as which type of banking? Is it narrow banking? Is it retail banking? Is it universal banking? Is it wholesale banking? Let me know. Now, those candidates who are live in the session, do like the session, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel, so that you will be able to notified about the upcoming sessions on Officer Array 24/7. Okay. Now, what will be the right answer for the 7th question? Just focus on the keywords given in the question. If you understand the keywords, you can answer easily. D and B. We are getting two answers, that is D and B. So the key word here is individual customer. You are giving banking services to individual customer. It is obviously retail banking. It will be your retail banking. Now, when we are talking about narrow banking is the banking when bank places its funds only in risk-free asset, that will be known as narrow banking. Like for example, Paytm banks are doing. What Paytms are doing? So sorry, payment banks are doing, not Paytm, payment banks are doing. Payment banks cannot lend to public, they can only invest in government securities in risk-free assets. So when a bank places its fund only in risk-free assets, it will be known as banking. Okay. Now, what is retail banking? When a bank is providing service to the individual customer. Now, what is universal banking? When under a single roof, all the commercial, all the investment services provided by you to bank, provided by bank to you, it will be known as universal banking. Let's say when I am going to a bank, when I am visiting a bank, I can deposit my money, I can take loan from the bank, I can issue check, I can take locker facility, I can issue, I can request to bank to issue me demand draft. I can take debit card, credit card, insurance, loan, demat account transactions, investments in mutual fund. I can take the pension schemes benefit. So whatever I want to take a financial service and product, I can just visit. I just have to visit the bank, and bank will provide all types of financial services and product to me. That is known as universal banking. It means under a single roof, you are getting all kinds of financial services and products. Now, wholesale banking is simply when you are providing the banking facility to the entities, to the businessmen. That will be known as wholesale banking. Okay, so the right answer for the 7th question will be your B. Next, RBI undertakes government business. Which among the following statement is not correct in this connection? So we know RBI is the central bank of our country, and RBI works as an agent for Government of India. RBI works as an agent for Government of India. So which of the following statement is not correct related to the working of RBI for Government of India? So first statement is saying RBI cannot refuse to transact banking business of central government. Second, RBI undertakes banking business of a state government as a result of agreement with respective state government. RBI provides ways and means advances to central government only and not to state government. And the last is all of the above. So which of the following is not the function of Reserve Bank of India which RBI is performing for Government of India? Let me know what will be the answer of the 8th question. Deepak is saying C. Okay. What about rest? Tanya is saying B, Prajakta saying C, Anantha saying C, Ram is saying B. Okay. Vivek is saying, Vinay is saying C. So right answer is your C option, because RBI provides ways and means advances facility to both central government and state government. RBI do not provide the facility of ways and means advances only to the central government. It provides to the state government also. Now, what is ways and means advances? When RBI is giving loan to central or state government, to central or state government, for how much period of time? For short term duration, for short term, that is up to 90 days, up to 90 days. And why RBI giving loan to the Government of India, to central government or state government? To balance the mismatch, to balance the mismatch between revenue and expenditure of Government of India. Okay, so right answer will be your C, that RBI provide ways and means advances services to the both to the central and state government, and this statement is saying that RBI provide only to central government. That's why this statement is not correct. Okay, now next, which of the following is helping the banking system in sharing the information about the credit history of households, or we can say individuals? So which of the following is helping the banking sector or the banks to share the information about their customer, about the individual, about the households, which is related to their credit history? Is it B, C, SBI? Is it CIBIL? Is it CRISIL? Or all of the above? What will be the right answer? A, B, C or D? Now do make sure those candidates who are giving the wrong answers, do make sure you should first cover the concepts. Okay, we are covering concepts here, but do you by yourself. If you are not a student of a paid batch, then do make sure you should aware about the concepts which are related to the topics, because only you will be able to answer the questions when you know the conceptual understanding. Okay, after that you will be able to implement that concepts on the question. So Prajakta is saying B, Tanya is saying B, Deepak is saying B, Ananta is saying B, Sham is saying B, Nisha is saying B. Everyone is going with B. Right, that is CIBIL Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. This is a credit rating agency. All the credit rating agencies in India is regulated by SEBI. So SEBI is the regulatory body for all the credit rating agency. Now CIBIL is a credit rating agency which provide rating to the individuals on the basis of their loan repayment and credit card transactions. Now CIBIL score is of 3 digits. Okay, do remember this. And CIBIL is the credit rating agency which have a largest customer base, because it is providing rating to the individuals, not to the company, not to the banks. It is giving the rating of the individual person. That's why the largest customer base is with CIBIL. CIBIL, that is CIBIL. It is a credit rating agency. So correct, right answer will be your B. Next. Initial public offering means that an unlisted company makes to the public for the first time. Which of the following statements are true? Now we are talking about IPO, a fresh issue of securities, offer its existing security for sale. Now what will be the right option from these 4? A, B, C or D? Hemant is saying A, only 1. Nisha is saying A, Ananta is saying D, Deepak is also saying D. See, if we are talking about capital market have 2 types of market. One is primary and one is secondary. So whenever we are talking about primary market is the market in which the fresh issues or fresh securities will be issued. Okay, whenever company is issuing shares, it will covered under the primary market. And the secondary market is the market for existing securities. Secondary market is the market for existing securities. Okay, and existing securities selling and purchasing will be done under the secondary market. Okay, A and D. Okay, A and D are the answers. So first of all, what is IPO? IPO stands for initial public offering. So whenever a company is issuing its shares for the public for the first time, it will be known as IPO. We have discussed recently that whenever an Indian company wants to raise funds from the Indian market, Indian company wants to raise fund from the Indian market, then this company can issue IPO and FPO. What does FPO stands for? Follow on public offering, or what does IPO stand for? Initial public offering. Follow on public offering is also known as further public offering. Okay, you can ask, you can answer both follow on public offering or further public offering. But if we are talking about IPO is the method of issuing security for the public for the first time That is known as IPO. It means when a company is first time going to SEBI, going to the regulatory body, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India, and applying and registering itself to issue the shares for the public for the first time, it will be known as IPO. But when we are talking about FPO, FPO stands for follow-on public offering or further public offering, in which a company, when second or third or fourth or fifth, at any number of times company is issuing its shares, will be known as FPO, follow-on public offering. Okay, if we are talking about this question, a company is issuing IPO, that is an unlisted company, to make the shares for the public for the first time for the public, it will be known as IPO. So the right answer will be, it can be anything. It can be the fresh issue, it can be the existing security also. If they are asking about the market, then you can differentiate between the primary and secondary. But when they are talking about the IPO, IPO means initial public offering, and initial public offering is a service which a company is providing its shares to the public for the first time. Now the company can public its shares which are fresh issues or which are existing securities. Okay, so right answer will be your D of the 10th question. Clear? Okay. Now these are the 10 questions which we have practiced. Do make sure whatever terms we are discussing in the MCQs form, whatever terms we are discussing the each and every option also. So do make sure you are remembering these terms, because these are related to your syllabus. So there are two things. You can study the whole syllabus as a theory, as a conceptual understanding, then practice. Or second thing is you practice by learning the new terms with the help of MCQs also. You will cover the terms also there. Okay. Now let me know how much question you have done right out of 10. How much right questions you have given. Now those candidates who are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever the new session on the Bank Officer Survey 24/7 is coming. Okay, after that, if you have not downloaded the 24/7 application, do download the application. After downloading application, you will find that there is a certain quiz which are going to help you to make your understanding related to basic banking terminologies. And also, if you purchase a particular batch from our 24/7 application, you will get 1% additional discount. So to purchase this batch, you will get 78% discount on any product of Officer Survey 24/7. It can be Mahapak, it can be individual product. So you have to use a code Y496. If you use this code, you will get 78% discount on the price mentioned in the product. Prajakta got 8, Amit got 6, Ananta got 8. That's a good score. So this is all for today. So thank you for joining the session and stay safe.